Good morning. I'm so happy you're here with me. Good morning from my home. I missed it. I just came back last night. I was traveling for 2 weeks in Italy, and I'm very happy to be back home. And I'm just starting the day with 2 warm glasses of water. And a cup of hot cocoa made from raw cocoa powder with 1 teaspoon of coconut oil. Today we're going to talk about beautiful and gorgeous things. We're going to talk about how to look great and how to feel more attractive. The other day I posted a question on my Instagram stories asking you guys which topics you'd like me to cover. And many of you said health, wellness, and how to lose weight. So I thought, what better time for it than today, after traveling for 2 weeks in Italy, eating all that yummy focaccia that is served even before you start the meal. And then there's 4 course dinners, which start with the antipasti, the little vegetable starters. And then you get a plate of pasta. Then you move on to the main course, which is fish or meat. And at the end, you have the dolci, which are the sweets. And all that is served with lovely cotton napkins, which remind me so much of my Italian grandmother, my nonna. And then there's the crostata cake, which my nonna used to make every week. So I can't really say no to a piece of crostata because it makes me feel so nostalgic. And I did almost no exercise during these 2 weeks, so naturally I came home heavier. I don't really weigh myself. I can't bother because I know my body very well, so I can just feel it in my body that I've put on some weight. And mostly I feel heavy and bloated, like I need a detox, if you know what I mean. All that sugar and gluten, which was so much fun to eat, and I let myself eat without feeling guilty, but now I feel a little bit like I have a hangover. So I thought it would be nice to share with you what I do when I feel that way, heavy and bloated, especially since menopause brings so many changes to the body, and I definitely feel like I can't eat as much as I used to. I also feel that my body has a harder time dealing with processed food, and generally speaking, it's slower and less efficient than it used to be. So we need to give it a little bit more help, a little bit more maintenance. So what do I do when I feel this way? Let's start with what I don't do. I don't diet. I don't punish myself, and I don't deprive myself of anything, because I learned that anytime that I deprive myself, it just backfires on me. When I was younger, I used to try every diet trend, not eating this, not eating that, making myself crazy after I came back from vacation, as if I had to compensate for having fun and enjoying myself. But now I don't feel like depriving myself. I don't feel like making myself miserable, even for 1 minute, because we're in a different phase in life. We're in a phase of self-love and self-care. So to be honest with you, when I come back from vacation, what I do is I just go back to my healthy routines. And it's pretty amazing how the body responds. And within a few days, everything goes back to normal. There's an amazing intelligence working inside all of us. And we just need to give the body the optimal conditions, and it will heal itself. I actually feel very excited to go back home to my routines after I travel. So today I'm going to take you with me as I go through my healthy routines. I usually have breakfast at around 11, but today is a little bit different because I'm going for a property viewing, and after that I'm going to meet with a friend at a cafe. So it's always better to eat breakfast before you go to a cafe. Otherwise, I might fall for the pastel de nata, which is the Portuguese morning pastry, which I love, but specifically today, I don't want to eat it. So I'm eating eggs with salad and 2 gluten-free tacos. Okay, so let's eat. I'm back from the viewing. It was a very interesting property. So back to our topic of looking great and healthy routines. I feel that eating protein, enough protein at every meal made all the difference for me. I used to have these dips in energy, like every 2-3 hours I had to eat something or else my hands would be shaking. But since I learned to eat more balanced meals, my energy levels are more stable. I'm not a nutritionist and I'm not a doctor, so I can't give any advice, but I'm just sharing what works for me. I always eat protein and salad in every meal, and I like to eat a lot of leafy greens. They are always the base of my salad. And when I started eating enough protein, I also immediately noticed a change in my muscle mass. I age like everyone else, but it's really important to me to maintain my muscle mass because I noticed that muscle mass is something that makes all the difference as you get older. You know, our goal isn't just to look good, it's to be strong and healthy and to be able to travel and be independent and be around for our kids as long as we can. We don't want to rely just on the health system because the health system is broken all over the world. And I think that doctors rely too much on medications and not enough on teaching people how to live a healthy lifestyle. When I was going through perimenopause, I went through some major sleeping problems, joint aches, and foggy brain. And I went from one doctor to another, and not one of them said to me, look, this is menopause. These are the symptoms. You can just relax because the body will rebalance itself. And in the meantime, here's what you can do to ease the symptoms. I wish someone would have told me that at the time because it would have saved me a lot of anxiety. I thought that my joint pains were some kind of disease, when in fact they were showing up because of the drop in my hormone levels. But I had to find that information by myself online. Speaking of muscle mass, this doesn't happen without moving your body every day. So I do power walking for at least 30 minutes every day. Either I climb stairs or I walk uphill or I do some elevation on the treadmill at the gym. And then I do some exercises with weights. Nothing crazy, but you know what they say, use it or lose it. After the workout, I feel totally different in my body. I walk out of the gym and I feel like I'm taller. Do you know what I mean? You know, when I was younger, I had terrible posture. I used to be all hunched and I used to stand with my shoulders forward and I couldn't sit straight. And now that I'm in my 50s, I actually have better posture than when I was in my 30s. And that is thanks to exercising. And another funny thing, tell me if you can relate, is that after I do my workout, I feel more optimistic. Tell me if you feel the same. And often I get the best creative ideas after I go out from a workout. Sometimes I just have to stop on the way home because the ideas just come pouring into my brain and I don't want to miss them. So I stop and write them down. And some days I wake up and I want to film a video, but I don't feel like showing my face. I feel that I don't look beautiful. I don't look great. And I look exhausted. I look tired. And no amount of concealer is going to change that. Like today, for instance. I want to show you something. I want to show you a trick that content creators use. This is the fastest way to look great. Look. See the difference? Lighting makes all the difference, guys. So the next time someone wants to take a photo or a video of you, just make sure that you're standing in the right angle where the light falls directly on your face. Most of what we see online is not real, it's fake. So do me a favor, don't compare yourself to anyone else. Don't compare yourself to content creators. Don't compare yourself to celebrities. It's just not real. Okay, one last thing. I want to remind you that happiness is what will make you glow from the inside. So go watch my other video about how to start your life from scratch. Thank you so much for being here. I hope it was a good video for you. I hope you got inspired to take care of yourself. Let me know in the comments what else you'd like to see from me. I'm super curious, and I'll see you again very soon. Love you.